Have you ever wondered how would it be if we sent former players or former players that used to play for a certain club came back to that club or never left? Well, in today's video, we're going to go ahead and test it out. What is up, guys? Angry World Cup Gaming here. We are back with another video. And today, we're going to do something unique. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would like me to do something like this again. I could do it with a different club. Now, so what I decided to do is I put Real Sociedad players into former Real Sociedad players into the squad. You're gonna go ahead and see the squad in a bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and explain. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and load up to Real Sociedad, and I'll explain how this basically works. So I decided, and I put together former players, as you guys are about to see right here. I probably have a little blue thing showing the players, but here are the former players I decided to bring back to Real Sociedad. We decided to bring back Griezmann. We're gonna see how he does. He's left the Barca colors to go ahead and put his former kit on Real Sociedad. That's gonna be our first players to come here and play for us. And I put a couple of these players in, and I'm gonna show you guys what I did with the other players. So this is our first guy. This is Griezmann. So let's go ahead and get to the next guy. And our next guy is Martin Odegaard. We bring him from Arsenal and we sent him to Real Sociedad. I decided to go ahead and just do this so we can I mean, he had a bright future. I'm just putting former players. It doesn't matter if they're really old, at least it has to be at least if they're like decent or like decent enough to do this rebuild. So, well, not rebuild, we're not rebuilding. But yeah, let's go ahead, and this is Odegaard. So we have Odegaard over here. This is our second player I decided to go ahead and bring back. Now let's get to our next player. And our next player, it is Carlos Vela. We bring him from LAFC, former player for Real Sociedad. I mean, this is going to be an interesting one right here. I don't know what you guys would really think about this one, though. I think this is a really unique one to do. So yeah, I think bringing back Carlos Vela is going to be interesting. Now, trust me, he is old, but I'll explain the purpose, what's going to happen after he retires, and so on. So this is our third player. Let's get to our fourth player. Our fourth player is going to go ahead and be Sergio Canales, playing for Real Betis. We bring him back to Real Sociedad, and we're going to go ahead and see how he does. He's 29 years old, so it might not be really good for him, but he is 82 overall. We still can grow, and we're going to go ahead and put him on the squad. Our next player, I believe, is, so let's get to our next player. Our next player is going to go ahead and be Inigo Martinez. Now, Inigo Martinez used to play for Athletic Bilbao, but he used to play for Real Sociedad, but he plays for Athletic Bilbao in real life now. And I believe, I looked through the history, he used to play for this team. Now, there was another Athletic Bilbao player I could have went ahead and put. It was actually Unai Lopez, which I totally forgot about him. Now the thing is, he never played for Real Sociedad. I get it, but in the young career, I'm gonna count young careers as well. If they used to play for Real Sociedad in their young academy or in the young players, I'm gonna go ahead and count them. Inigo Martinez is our next player, and let's get to our last player in this list. I apologize, not our last player. We have two more players left, actually. We have Rulli. Okay, Rulli. Basically, we put Rulli. We put him. He's gonna be our goalkeeper for this. He used to play for Real Sociedad. Apparently, that's what he has to do. So that's gonna be our goalkeeper into this one. And let's get to our last player. This is our last player. And our last player, it's going to go ahead and be Alvaro Odriozola. It's going to be our last player. He used to play for Real Madrid. Well, in the save, he still plays for Real Madrid, but this kid, I have faith in him in real life. Rulli used to play for Villarreal, didn't mention that. But Odriozola, he plays Real Madrid, and that's what we went ahead and did. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I basically did with the other players. Let's go ahead and do that. And here you guys go, and these are the players I went ahead and did. So I did swap deals. Yes, I swapped players to other clubs. I think it's kind of fair because I don't think most of these guys are going to get playing time because I want to start the other guys instead. So let's go ahead and introduce the guys I went ahead. So I sent Alex Ramiro to Villarreal. Since we took their goalkeeper, we gave them our goalkeeper. We said Isak to Barcelona. Since we took Griezmann, we're going to go ahead and give them Alexander Isak. I know it's kind of not fair, but like, let's trust me, it's going to work how it's going to work. It's really going to work because he's not going to get any playing time if I'm starting Griezmann over him. David Silva, Arsenal, he plays for Arsenal now. So I swapped him for Martin Odegaard. I could have sent him to Real Madrid, but I think I should have sent him to Arsenal since technically that's where what's his name? Odegaard used to play. So, and this is the last guy. Not the last guy. The next guy, Josep Zaldua. We sent him to Real Madrid since we took Odriozola, their right back. We went ahead and took him there. We sent Ander Guevara to Real Betis because we took Canales. I think this was kind of how to explain this? Not fair, not a really fair trade. I could have gave him another center mid, but I just decided to go ahead and send Ander Guevara. Now the next player is Artis Ulustado. We sent him to Athletic Bilbao and swapped for our center back. The center back we took from them, I forgot his name. But yeah, that's the last. And then on the last guy, we sent Christian Porto to LAFC. Now that's where Carlos Vela plays for. So I decided to go ahead and do the swap deal. So this is where we're gonna go ahead and keep track of each of these players every season. We're gonna see if any of them retires in every season. and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get into the rules. Now, as you guys can see on the rules, this is how our season 1 is going to go ahead and kick off. And this is the team. We're not going to mess with anything. Here's the thing, though. We cannot make any transfers. That is the number one thing we cannot do in this career. We cannot make any transfers. We're just going to go ahead and simulate into the future. We're going to go ahead and simulate them 5 seasons, see how they do it each season. I'm going to go ahead and put developmental plans on them and see how they do. This is the team, though. So let's see how they do it season number 1.
We went ahead and ended our season up like this. This team looks way different. As you guys could see, Odegaard has hit that 87, Griezmann, Carlos Vela still 83, and you have Martinez haven't went up, Rulli went up by 1, and Odriozola went up by 2. 3. Canales went up by 2 as well. So those are some players that actually went up. Now you guys could see a couple of our players actually haven't even some of them are unhappy because they're not getting playing time or anything like that. Now what I'm making sure is that these players that I have, I don't want them to leave or anything like that. So like that's one thing. If they have the highest contracts, they better have their highest contracts. 3 years, I mean, that's good with me as long as we can get these years done. This is season 1, though. Let's go ahead and recap the players that we had. Now, as you guys could see, Rulli with 55 appearances, 2 assists, and 11 clean sheets. That's kind of terrible for a goalkeeper, in my opinion. Unai Martinez, 1 goal and 9 clean sheets. Okay, that's kind of something over here. And then we're over here. We have Odriozola with 2 goals, 3 assists, and 9 clean sheets. So that's something interesting coming out from Odriozola's page. That's kind of good. And then we have this one over here. Canales, 7 goals, 6 assists, 46 appearances. I apologize for that. And clean sheets as 8. Okay. And then Odegaard, 0 goals this season, but 8 assists and 8 clean sheets. What a season. 50 appearances coming out from there. And you guys could see Oyarzabal took most of the goals. So, and let's get into Carlos Vela with 16 goals, 3 assists, and 7 clean sheets, 49 appearances. So that's kind of good over here. And we have Griezmann having looks like a disappointing season. 53 appearances, 15 goals, 4 assists, and 11 clean sheets. That looks like a terrible season from our first season with Real Sociedad. Now, so guys know how the rules is. I might go ahead, and the only rule is I'll probably try to complete the objectives so I don't get not get relegated, but get sacked. So that's what I'm gonna do. For coming on, it's gonna do something. I'm not gonna sign any players unless it's like if I need to. I'm just gonna do that, but we're gonna go ahead and release them either ways. So this is season 1. We ended up with 6th place over here for season number 1. Real Sociedad gets 6th place, 18 wins, 13 draws and 7 losses. It looks like Real Madrid were able to go ahead and take it. So that's technically, that means for the players, we remember our players, guys, the players that we ended up giving away. So Ramiro hitting, looks like he went up by 1. Isaac went up by 1. David Silva still at 86, Zalduro a 78, Guevara 78. I believe, because I believe seeing most of these guys, it looks like, yeah, that's what basically has happened. Basically, I'm not gonna remember their overalls or anything like that. Just saying, if we're gonna do it another time, if we do this another time, guys, let me know if you guys want me to do this again. I'll do it with another team. Yeah, we'll do that with another team. And yeah, that's what we'll do. Anyways, there's also, we want to go ahead and check out the other competitions, because I believe Real Sociedad over here was in Europa League. So it looks like we won the Super Cup. Okay, so we won 3-1 against Real Madrid, and we beat Barcelona in penalties. That is a big dub right there. So that's our first trophy. And it looks like Real Madrid wins the Copa de España. How did we do? We ended up getting to the quarterfinals, losing to Real Madrid. So we ended up going far, but not that far, making it to the semifinals. Europa League, I know that we were in it, and it looks like we didn't even make it far. We ended up losing to Arsenal. It looks like David Silva got revenge, getting the goal 2-1, and we made it to the quarterfinals, but that didn't get us the win. So that's how it's going to end up for season number 1. Now we're going to go ahead and get into season number 2, so let's get into season number 2.
We're into season number 2, guys, and this is how the season is going. We haven't started the season. This is how the players are looking into going into the season. Now, as you guys can see, like I said, I didn't make any transfers. The only times I will make a transfer is if one of our players end up leaving, then I will re-sign them if it's a player that that's basically a former player, basically what I'm trying to say. But we're gonna go look back, and we're gonna see if anybody here went ahead and is gonna go ahead and retire. Doesn't look like anyone is, but this looks like an interesting one. Now, like I said, I'm not selling anybody or anything like that. Now, we want to see if we can win some more trophies and stuff like that. So we're gonna get into the season. We'll see you guys at the end of the season. Let's get to it. I'll see you guys there.
Guys, what a season it is to end off season number 2, and this is how the team is looking like. You guys, we're going to go ahead and get through the players that we have. So Rulli ended up with 59 appearances, 2 assists, but 23 clean sheets. I love to see that. Martinez, Inigo Martinez with a good season as well, 18, 48 assists, but no goals or assists going into that. We're going to go ahead and get to our next player. Odriozola, going up by 1, 17 clean sheets, 1 assist, and 1 goal, 50 appearances. That's what I like to see. The next player we have into this, it is Canales with 45 appearances, 7 goals, 2 assists, and 17 clean sheets. Over here, we have Martin Odegaard hitting 89, 1 goal. Disappointing, like usual, 20 clean sheets, 10 assists, and 57 appearances. And Oyarzabal, oh my god, over here with the most goals, 91 overall. Carlos Vela with a good season as well, hitting 22 goals, 3 assists, and 15 clean sheets with 43 appearances. And Griezmann with a good season, hitting 90 as well, 58 appearances, 23 goals, 5 assists, and 20 clean sheets. That is a W for Griezmann, actually. I think Griezmann coming back to Real Sociedad was a good thing in this. Look how we ended up, though. We ended up getting 2nd place, and that's what I like to see. Getting 2nd place, maybe we could win the league next season. Who knows? Copa de España, though, we ended up losing in the semis against Barcelona. No. We were in the final with Atletico Madrid. Okay, we actually made it far. I'll take it. We made it far, but we didn't win it. So that's fine with me. The next trophy, it is the Europa. Is it Europa League? Yeah, Europa. Did we win the Europa League? We got to see that. That's the only one. I accidentally put preseason by this one, so that's one thing. We didn't even make it to Europa. It looks like Chelsea's going to be facing Frankfurt. And we ended up losing to Atalanta in the quarterfinals. We got eliminated by Frankfurt. We most likely is going to lose to Chelsea. Wow, I mean, that's really surprising. And this team, though, is looking good, all right?
Now we're gonna go ahead and get to the next season, season number 3. Let's get into it, but let's also go ahead and check off any of the other players ended up leaving because I want to see if these players actually end up leaving the club. This guy Guerrero hits an 80 overall. That's kind of cool. But I want to see if any of these players end up leaving their clubs that I put them in. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into season number 3. All right, guys, we're entering season 3. This is how the team is looking like, as you guys can see. I'm gonna double check if there's no transfer. Okay, because I don't want no transfers to happen or anything. Because I don't want to sell anybody. I don't mind anyone leaving the club unless they're like one of the players that we don't need, or well, the players we need basically. So Odrizolo, Martinez, and we have Odegaard, Rulli, Griezmann, and Vela. Vela is actually going to be starting to decrease. Now I said I was going to do 5, but we're going to end up doing 4 seasons. I think 4 seasons is enough for us. We're going to do 4 seasons. We're going to keep it 4 seasons every time. But as you guys are seeing, Remiro is over here. I can't see their overalls anymore, which is kind of a bummer, but everyone's still at their same club. Nobody has, now they don't want to sell Porto, apparently, but everybody here is not, like, left the club, which I am surprised about. I thought Isak would actually leave Barcelona by now or something, or David Silva would have left Arsenal or something. But yeah, it looks like I thought this guy would have left Real Betis because he's kind of got potential now if you think about it. And I especially thought this guy was gonna leave because come on, like he hasn't really done much. Oh, that voice cracked. Anyways, we're gonna simulate the season. I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. So let's get into the end of season 3. So we end up season number 3, guys, with 98 points to go ahead and end off season 3. Season 3 looks like a good success for the former Real Sociedad players. Super Cup, we actually made it to the final, but we end up losing to Real Madrid. The Copa de España, we even end up going far. We went into the quarters, and it didn't look good. We lost to Girona. I don't know how. But in the Europa League, I know we had Europa League action. It doesn't look like, oh, we did. Oh, no. We had Champions League action. It looks like we didn't make it far. We ended up losing to Man City in the round of 16, so at least we got out of the Group G. So let's go ahead and check out the stats of these former players, and let's see before we end off this episode, we're gonna have to go into season number 4 and see what happens. So, as you guys can see, we're starting from the bottom. All right. So, Rulli has actually had 25 clean sheets on good season. Another one for Iago Martinez, 25 clean sheets, 83 overall, going into the last season right here. Canales with, oh my god, what a stat line for Canales. 25 goals, 10 assists, and 24 clean sheets. Then Odegaard with again with the goals, 1 goal, 11 assists, and 22 clean sheets. Griezmann, 22 goals, 5 assists, and 18 clean sheets. And then, oh my god, Oyarzabal, I thought, because Oyarzabal has been playing good. Carlos Vela, he hit 880, so next season should be his last season. 6 goals, 3 assists, and 16 clean sheets. Yeah, it doesn't look like a good season, but where is missing a player? Oh, Drizzolo, there he is. 41, 2, 2, and 20. I was looking for him. I was like, yo, I'm missing a player, and then I realized I skipped him over here. So those are the players they had. I honestly think Canales had a better season than everyone, but like Griezmann, he's been playing good. Like, have a really good stat line at a 90 overall. He's already at a 90, so we're gonna go into enter our last season. Now, it doesn't look like anybody here has left the club that we sent them to. David Silva looking to hit a 78. Alexander Isak, it's a Barcelona still. And this Zaldua guy is still at Real Madrid, which I'm still surprised about. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and simulate. Let's get into season number 4. Alright guys, and then here we go. We're getting into season number 4 as well. Let's go ahead and introduce us to season 4's team. As you guys could see, Carlos Vela is already at 79. This is the season he's going to retire apparently. And Griezmann's at 90, starting to decrease in overall. Odegaard's still at 91 over here. We have Canales over here. And Martinez and Odrizolo and Rulli. Now, we're going to go ahead and check on the players that have left the club. It looks like Ramiro has decided to leave and go and make a move to Arsenal into the season to go play with David Silva, one of the former players. And it looks like Alexander Isak is another player leaving Barcelona to go to Leeds United. And it looks like Zaldua has decided to leave Real Madrid and go ahead and make a move to Everton. And everyone else, it looks like everyone else has decided to stay at the club they're at right now, which isn't bad. It's good for everyone here, but it looks like that's how it's going to end for the season. Now let's go ahead and let's finish the season off. Let's go ahead and simulate, and we'll be back with the results of season 4. And we go ahead and end up season 4 with one of the worst seasons out of all the seasons. Yep, this is the season where we actually stopped, where the team actually had a bad season. 49 appearances, 15 clean sheets for Rui. Odegaard with 3 goals, 9 assists, and 14 clean sheets. Griezmann, 15 goals, 9 assists, 14 clean sheets. Not a good season for Griezmann. Odriozola, 1 goal and 14 clean sheets. And it looks like Inigo Martinez, 11 clean sheets. Yep, Canales having a bad season. Last season was way better of him, and he's not even losing overall, which I'm surprised. But this guy, he's actually been, amazing. Carlos Vela, he looks like he's played less this season, only to play at 12 goals, 12 goals, 1 assist, and 6 clean sheets. And that looks like it's all, and that's basically how this is gonna end. Yep, we had a worse season this season. I can agree on that. I do want to check on the transfers to see if any of the guys actually left their former clubs. And doesn't look. It looks like Alustado has left the Athletic Bilbao. He went to Wolfsburg. It looks like that's could be a good deal. I don't know, but he looks like he left it in January. That's something interesting I never see. Well, kind of. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and check out the league. As you guys could see, we ended up in 6th. So we went from the champions of La Liga to go into the 6th, go into Europa League the next season. That looks like a really terrible season for Real Sociedad. But it looks like in the Super Cup, we lose to Athletic Madrid. Copa de España, we end up losing to who? We lose to Athletic Madrid again. Are you serious? Okay. And then in the Champions League, we have to check out our Champions League status. And in our Champions League status, we lose to Piemonte Calcio, aka Juventus, in the final. So that looks like it's gonna be a terrible last season, but that's how we're gonna go ahead and end today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would like me to do this again with a different team. I'll go ahead and do a different team. Let me know what team you guys would like me to do. Like, we can go ahead and bring back a couple former players for a specific club and see how they end up doing in that club. We're only gonna do 4 seasons instead of 5 because 5, it seems too much. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, be a part of the nation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.